Shabbat Shalom, and welcome back to Kabbalat Shabbat Live with the United Synagogue. Hope you're all doing well, and thank you for joining myself and Yuval as we go on a journey together of bringing in the Shabbat with song, with soul. Please sing along with me, open your hearts, open your souls, and welcome Shabbat together with me. Just before we begin, I wanted to say a very special happy birthday to Elaine Feld. This Kabbalat Shabbat has been kindly sponsored in honor of and celebration of Elaine's birthday. Elaine, you are an extremely valued member of our community, and wishing you many, many, many more years of health, simcha, and nachas in the future. Yedid Nefesh, page 256. Yedid Nefesh of Harachamon, Meshoy Chavdecho El Retzoinecho, O Yarotz Avdecho thank you for all your wonderful, wonderful comments coming through. Please keep the comments coming through. It's so lovely to hear from so many people around the world. And thank you so much again for joining me. I'd like to ask my wife, Batya, to say a very short and sweet Dvar Torah on this week's portion.
Welcome back virtually to Hadley Wood. I feel very lucky to have come a few minutes early to hear that. Really nice start to this lovely Kabbalat Shabbat that Yuval and my husband, Rabbi Akiva, does. So I wanted to take a look with you at a verse in this week's Torah portion. The verse begins, The Jews saw that Moses had not come down from the mountain, and they gathered against Aaron and asked him to get up and make them gods. The verse ends saying that because we don't know what has happened to Moses, who took us out of Egypt. The Medrash explains that after the Jewish people had heard the 10 Commandments on Mount Sinai, Moses had told them that he was going up to God to receive the Torah and be back down after 40 days. The Jewish people miscalculated by a few hours, and in that short space of time, they felt an urgent need to make an idol. But where did this desperation come from? Rabbi Samson Raphael Hirsch, a 19th century rabbi, writes that those who were desperate to make an idol didn't see God as having chosen to miraculously take the Jews out of Egypt, but rather that Moses had influenced God to do this. They believed that Moses was their link to God, and as long as he was alive, they could be certain of God's protection. Now that Moses was delayed, they were terrified that perhaps he was gone, and they would have to wander through the wilderness without a leader to protect them. Rabbi Hirsch continues, they hadn't yet absorbed the Jewish concept that a person has direct access to God and doesn't need any intermediary. He explains further that we can't draw God near to ourselves through an intermediary or through external forces. The way a person is assured security and blessing is by drawing himself near to God in every aspect of life. This is done by doing the right thing above all else. I love what Rabbi Hirsch shares about doing the right thing above all else will ensure us blessing and security. I have seen in my own life that when I am able to step up to the plate and choose to do the right thing, it has brought blessings into my life. The acts of forgiveness, trust, generosity, and patience, for example, bring untold blessings to a person. They clear a person's mind and deepen feelings of love in one's heart in unimaginable ways. Being locked at home has surely tested us in many ways, but hopefully by rising up to the challenges that may have presented themselves, whether it's being alone or being surrounded by loads of kids and a spouse, we have changed our lives for the better. And when things return to normal on June 21st, we won't be going back to what was, but we'll be going back into a better world where there is more kindness, love, and understanding. Wishing you a Shabbat Shalom and enjoy the rest of this service.
Thank you, Batya. Service continues on page number 258. Please join me, and as I keep on saying, open your hearts, open your souls, and welcome Shabbat together. Lechu neraneno ladoinoi norio litzor yisheinu nekadem ofonov besoido bizmira ילדי מחקרי הארץ בסוף הישרים לא ישר להיום והוא עשו ויבש את ידו בצור בו להשתחווה ונכרע נפרחו לפני אדינו יעשה נקרא לי ונכלם ריצוי أربعين شانا أكوت بدار وهاي مرم توی لباف هم بهم لا یادو دراخای أشر نشبتی بیابی ام یوایون المنوخاسی شیرو halfway down page 262. Adonai malach yirgezu amim yoshev t'rukruvim tanu ta'aretz. So last time we did a Kabbalat Shabbat together for the United Synagogue, I spoke about this piece, and I spoke about the fact that every Friday night we sing Moshe v'Aaron b'chol v'Shmuel b'korei Shema. Moses and Aaron amongst his priests, and Samuel amongst the called out God's name. Korim el Hashem b'hu yaneh. They called out to God and God answered them. And I was saying 2 months ago that we too call out to God and we hope and we pray that God answers us. Well, 2 months later, I think we're beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think our prayers are beginning to be answered. Things are seeming to ease up out there. We must never forget that our prayers, all of our prayers, our collective prayers and individual prayers, play a huge part in that. 266 in the green Sachs Siddur. We're up to L'Chadodi, the most famous part of the Friday night, davening the Friday night prayers. L'Chadodi, as I always say, it's pretty much, it's the song of the soul, it's the song of the soul's yearning to connect to Shabbat, the song of the soul's yearning to connect to the awesomeness of the day, the spiritual potential that lies within Shabbat, peace, true peace, peace from all these distractions out there during the week, and a real ability to connect with that deepest, truest part of ourselves. It's a beautiful, beautiful song, and one which I very much enjoy singing on a Friday night. Shake off the dust and arise. Two stanzas before, just the last one over here. It's a beautiful, beautiful stanza. Shake off the dust and arise. We sometimes think to ourselves that we're damaged, we're no good, there's something wrong with us, there's something terribly off. The metaphor of shake off the dust, arise, really drives home the point that the soul is never damaged. The soul, nothing can ever happen to the human soul. It remains as pure and as godly as it always was from the very day it was given to us. There may be a bit of dust around that soul, which we can shake off and arise and be who we want to be again, but it never damages the soul itself. And that is such a beautiful, beautiful thing to be thinking about as we enter into Shabbat. So, we were having a very slow melodic tune before. Now we're going to jump into Lotte Voshi as Shabbat gets closer. Please join along with me, sing with me, dance with me. Welcome Shabbat together. Loise Voshi v'loise kol mi ma'vat ishtoi chachi u'matemi bo'ach yetzu ani yeyami v'nivne so'ir roti lo lechodoi likras kala B'nei Shabbos nekabela v'yulik shisam sho'ei so'yich be'erochaku kol mevalayich yosis tolayich eloi hoyich kinsois chosana kala lechodoi likras kala B'nei Shabbos nekabela Yomin Nosmoin Tifroi Tzivin Yesadoi Noi Ta'aritzi An Yadei Be'parzi Be'nismecha Be'nagila Lechodoi Likras Kala B'nei Shabbos Thank you so much for your kind comments coming through on the screen. Really, really appreciate it. Nice to see so many people enjoying and participating in this Kabbalat Shabbat. I'm going to call upon my son, Yehuda, to say Yigdal for us in just a minute. Just waiting for him to arrive. And maybe before Yehuda arrives, Yuval, do you think we should do one more song? Let's do V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat. This song is sometimes sung to the Kalebach tune of Mimkomcha Malkeinu Sophia, a beautiful tune. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat. We sing this on a Friday night just before the Amidah prayer. The Jewish people kept the Shabbat, Lasot et Shabbat l'Dorasam B'ris Olam, for generations to come. Kiveni uvein b'nei Yisrael, because between me and the Jewish people, ot hila olam. It is a sign forevermore. We, the Jewish people, carry that banner, carry that sign. There is purpose to our creation. There is purpose to the world we live in. And that is what Shabbat really symbolizes to the world. Yehuda has arrived, so let's do Yigdal first, and we'll go back to V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat very soon. Let's get you a chair, Yehuda. Let's get you a talis as well. We get a talis from under the thing. Okay. Stand over here. Hold the mic very carefully.
Yigdal Elohim Chai, v'yishtabach nimsa v'yenes el Matzi
Levi Oideyas Esoreinu Mabit Lesoif Davar Bekat Masoi
Goy Melish Chesed Kamif Alai Noi Sein Lo Shara Karishasai
Yishlach Leketz Yomin Mashicheinu Liftois Mechakeketz Yeshua Soi
Meisim Yachayel Baruch Chastoi Baruch Adei Ad Shem Tehilasai
Meisim Yechayel V'Rov Chasoi Baruch Adei Ad Shem Tehilasai. You heard that was fantastic. That's his first time ever doing Yigdal, and the first time he's ever doing it in front of a few hundred people. You heard a really, really well done. So proud of you. Okay, back to V'Shamar B'nai Yisrael Shabbat, the very final tune we're going to sing together before I say goodbye to you all. V'Shamaru B'nai Yisrael Es HaShabbos La'asois Es HaShabbos L'doiroi som beris oilom Nanai nai nai Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael ois hi le'oilom Ki sheishes yomim oso Hashem es hashomayim ve'yes ha'oretz uvayoim ha'shavim Shavas vayinofash Lanai lai lai Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oisi le'oilom Ki sheishes yomim oso Hashem es hashomayim ve'yes ha'oretz uvayoim ha'shavim Shavas vayinofash. I'd like to say a huge thank you to Yuval Havkin for his incredible musical skills, for enhancing all of our Shabbats around the world. Thank you so much, Yuval, for joining us again. Yuval is fantastic keyboard player. If anyone ever needs one, you know who to call. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for joining me for Kabbalat Shabbat. As I said before, we seem to be, the light at the end of the tunnel seems to be getting brighter and brighter as time moves on. Please God, it should only be a few more months until we can all come back to our shuls, come back and sing and pray the way we used to. Come back to our holy temple in Jerusalem the way we yearn for, and really be able to be one, united as a nation. There's been so much disunity in the past few months within our own people, and we long and we hope and pray for the day that we can all be together as one, with a love for one another, recognizing that we're all family at the end of the day, that we all care deeply for each other no matter what our walks of life are. Thank you so much again for joining. Happy birthday, Elaine. Shabbat Shalom to all of you.